What I'm going to talk about in this short video are some of the things that are going on behind the scenes with the database in Power Music. Now this is really only if you're an advanced user and you want to make changes to the way that Power Music accesses its library of music, perhaps on a network or a shared drive, or you want to look at other things in the background of Power Music. So as I say, this is not for the average user, but if you're interested, I'll take you through this just now. Let's just close down the All Songs screen. And we go to File. Let's have a look at the Database Maintenance option on this menu. If we go here, we find various information about how Power Music is working in the background. First of all, we see the path to where the database which holds all the information for Power Music. We see the size of the database. We can also see how much space all the images are taking up. And we can see when it was created and last modified. If you're constantly adding and deleting songs from a database, then it's a good idea to do what's called a pack of the database occasionally. All that does is it recovers any unused space in the database and it makes it more efficient for future use. So if I click on Pack Database, it says the current connection to the database will be released, and we'll go ahead and do that. Yes, takes a few seconds to do, and you'll notice that the actual size of the database has dropped slightly because I had some wasted space in my database. If you've got a 5 or 10 user license for Power Music, you can actually point Power Music at a database which is not just in the default location, which is in the Cambron software folder in my documents. You can actually point to a database anywhere. It could be somewhere else on your computer. It could be actually a database held on a USB pen, or it could be a database on a network, in a share or a server. And that way, any number of users can share the same database of music, chord sheets, tags, all the other information. If we change the database, all you do is browse to where the database is, and I'm going to change it to a different database in here. And I'm going to change to this database here. And you browse to the VDB4 file. That's the actual database file. Select that and open. Now bear in mind this will bring in a new database. Now nothing appears to have happened, but you'll notice it's now pointing at this database. It's a different size, different number of images. So let's just close that down and now look at all songs. This is my database of classical piano music. So I've got Power Music to point to a completely different set of data and image files. All the information's there, the tags, obviously there's no lyrics for that, but the sheet music is there. I'll do this again and point it back to the one I had before. So I'll close that down, go File, Database Maintenance, change the database, and this time I'm going to go back to the default database, which is in Cambron software, and it's just called Power Music 4. Select the database, close that down. So that's me loaded in the database I had in originally, and let's just click on All Songs and you'll see. And there we are back to the database we were in before. As I say, this is for the advanced user, or the user who is maybe part of a band or an orchestra where they want to share a database between all of the users who are using Power Music. And you need to have a 5 or 10 user license in order to do this.